Did you know you can use Facebook ads to test a new product idea or even a new business idea before you launch it? Doing so could save you tons of time and money if it's a dud, or give you massive confidence to go ahead and smash it if you're onto a winner. In this video, I'm going to show you how. So how do you actually go about doing this? What I'm recommending here is very simply to run Facebook ads, send traffic to a page where instead of being able to buy the product, service, whatever it is you're offering, they instead can join a waiting list to get the product, service, etc. that you are planning to offer if this experiment goes well. And you can very simply look at the data and see, well, look, we're getting loads of people signing up to this waiting list. They are clearly very interested in whatever we're planning on offering, or we're not really getting many people signing up to the waiting list. They're not that interested in what you have to offer. And that is a hugely valuable piece of information that you can use to decide whether or not to actually go ahead with the venture, whether or not to go ahead and contact the manufacturer and get them to make the product that you're thinking about doing, or place that initial order, things that can cost a lot of money, hire the staff members to deliver the service, whatever it happens to be. You can get this really valuable data before you go through any of those steps relatively quickly and easily. I'm going to go through some of the details now, but that's the basic premise here. Now, we've done this before for clients where often they're existing clients who are already advertising some products and services and they're thinking about offering something new, and we can simply run this test for them. And there's a rule of thumb that we've come to learn when you run this experiment to work out, is the experiment successful or not? As in, should we go ahead and offer this product or go ahead and offer this service? Basically, what you need to do is you need to calculate what you can afford to pay to acquire a new customer. I've got a whole video on that and LTGP and things like that, so I'll include a link in the description below in case you don't know how much you can afford to pay in terms of advertising costs to acquire a customer. I'm going to assume, let's take an example business, so you can pay $40 per purchase, and given your average order value, that's going to work out for your business, right? Now, if you can pay $40 cost per purchase, then I would say that you want to get signups for 25% or less than that to your waiting list. So when you're running this ad campaign, people come through to the page, are they signing up to the waiting list for $10 or less on average? Because of course, not everyone that actually joins the waiting list is going to go ahead and purchase. It's one thing asking someone to join a waiting list, and whilst that is good, useful information and is a good proxy for interest and willingness to purchase, we know that not everyone's actually going to do it when they need to make the actual purchase and part with money and things like that. So we have a rough 25% ratio where if we're like, okay, to offer this service, we need to generate leads for $80 or less. Therefore, our maximum cost per sign up for the waiting list for that service needs to be $20 or less. In this case, we've got $40 maximum allowable cost per purchase and a $10 maximum cost per waiting list sign up when we run this campaign. Now, we typically do see a larger percentage of people on the waiting list than 25% actually go on and purchase the product or service once it's offered to them. It might be something like 35% or 40%, but I think using 25% as your limit here is a good idea because it gives you some nice buffer room, right? It de-risks the new venture as a business owner. And if a larger percentage of people on the waiting list actually go on to purchase, it means that when it comes to offering the product, your cost per purchase might not be $40, it might be more like $25. And you know you can pay up to $40 for the campaign and it still work. So paying $25 just means the campaign's extra profitable, extra successful, and it's good news. Just wanted to quickly mention that. Okay, so this is relatively quick and easy to set up, and that's one of the reasons why I really like this strategy, is that you can take literally a couple of hours, get this all set up, and be generating really useful data within just a few hours' time. You can use third-party tools, something like Opt-in Monster, no affiliation with me to that company, but it's just a software that I use and I like. We use it to collect emails for lead magnets and things like that on our website. And you can simply have people clicking through to the ad, coming through, signing up for the waiting list for this product or service. And when you do get them to sign up to waiting list, also use that as an opportunity to ask questions that's going to provide you with more valuable information going forward. So if you're not sure about a price point, for example, you could have that as one of your questions that people need to fill in when they sign up for the waiting list. What would you be willing to pay? Or you could give brackets that people can select, like a little multiple choice, something along those lines. You could ask people how many of this product they're going to need, or how long are they going to need the service for. That might give you an idea of what your average order value in total is likely to be. You could ask people what they're going to use it for. Sometimes it's obvious, sometimes it's not. And this could be really useful information, not only in terms of your future marketing efforts, because whatever the information they use, you could address those concerns or specifically emphasize those benefits in the ad copy, but it'll also help from a business standpoint in terms of What features does this product need to have? What do we need to include within the service and not include? What do people really care about? What's important? That feedback is so useful for actually improving what you're offering, which is obviously a hugely valuable thing to any business. If what you're offering is really good, that's going to make everything a lot easier. Now, when I've seen people use this strategy in the past, they've made one really big mistake that I'm going to get to in a second. Before I do, I've launched a new mentorship program to help you explode your business's revenue and profits through paid ads and marketing. Now, in this mentorship program, myself and my team will mentor you daily, literally every single working day, and because of that, spots are very limited. So if you're interested, you can click on a link in the video description below and book a call with one of my team members who can explain everything about the mentorship program and how it works. I'm really, really excited about this, and I hope to be working with you and mentoring you very soon. I've seen people use this strategy, but the big mistake they make is they run the ads to get people to sign up to a waiting list. That might sound contradictory, but I'll explain. You want to run the ads as if the product, service, software, etc. is ready to go. It's there to be bought right now. You don't want to say in your ads that someone is joining a waiting list. If you do that, people will see that, they'll go, I can't even click and get this now. I can't bother to join a waiting list. I'm not that interested, and you won't be able to collect any useful data. It'll just look like it's a failed experiment. You want to run the ad as if it's ready to go. They click through, and then the landing page says, oh, we're really sorry, but we're actually out of stock of this product right now. Or if it's a service, we're at max capacity. We're in the process of redesigning the product, and Gen 2.0 of the product will be released shortly. If you're interested, you can go ahead and sign up for a waiting list. It's also important on that landing page that you don't make people feel like they've been tricked. You're going to run the ad as if the product, service, etc. is ready to go. You don't want to then say, gotcha, we just wanted to collect information and find out if this is a good product or service or anything like that. People aren't going to like that at all. Instead, you want it to make it look like I said, we're out of stock. The service isn't available right now because we're out of capacity, we're redesigning it, etc., etc. We've all had that experience when you click through on an ad, or you're searching organically or whatever, and you come through to a page and you go, oh, I really wanted that thing, it's not available. I'll quickly sign up to waiting list. You can do stuff like that on Amazon. So users are quite familiar with that process, but just make sure that it feels natural, as in you're running a proper ad for the product or service. They click through, the landing page says, oh, sorry, we're actually out of stock of this, etc., etc. But you can sign up to a waiting list and you'll be the first to find out. One of the things I do quite like to do to just help people get over the line when it comes to signing up to that waiting list is offer a 10% discount when the product, service, etc. is available. So you say, look, if you sign up to waiting list now, once it's available, we'll let you know about it, and we'll give you a 10% discount. And that helps overcome the hurdle that people will have of, yeah, do I really want to give them my contact information? They're probably going to email me. I might get messages. Do I really want that? No. It just gives them that little incentive to take action, and I think gives you more representative data of whether or not people are actually interested in this product or service, which is the whole point for running the experiment in the first place. So a little 10% discount when they go ahead and purchase, for signing up. And then once you've obviously got the product service, you let everyone on the waiting list know, and you give the 10% discount code, or however it is you're going to deliver that to those prospects in the email, SMS blast, whatever. Now, one of the absolute best things about this strategy is not only do you test the viability of a new product or service before you do it, saving tons of time, money, etc. You could test 10 different business ideas this week using this strategy quite easily, for example. But it also means that, let's say you do have a successful experiment, it works well, you think this is great, we're going to go ahead and get this manufactured, we're going to go ahead and hire the staff to deliver the service, whatever it is you need to do. When you actually do that, you take those steps, you incur those costs, you then have a waiting list of people that you can immediately say, it's in stock, it's ready to go, we have capacity. If you're interested, click here, here's your 10% discount, go ahead and sign up. And that's going to massively help in terms of cash flow, having those customers that are there, really willing and ready to go and purchase. And because you have that immediate influx of customers for this new thing, obviously that increases sales, but you can also use that to get real quick feedback and information around how to improve it, or where there are issues with it, or things like that. Again, stuff that you might take you longer to find out and therefore cost you more as a business, or you miss out on sales, etc. if you didn't have that initial influx. The best example of a business that's done this really well that I can think of is Tesla. So Elon Musk has done this with the Model 3, he's done it with the Cybertruck, where he's created these waiting lists, had loads of people sign up, they've even had to put in deposits for his waiting list, which is something you could look into if you wanted to. But then that makes everything so much easier, right? When the product is ready to go, he's got thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people on a list to say, oh, car's ready, if you're interested, here, go ahead and purchase it. It also, in a business like that, which may well apply to you as well, he can take that waiting list, people who have said, yeah, I'm really interested in this, and he can take that to financial institutions, to banks, etc., and apply for loans and say, look, this is a really low risk loan that you're going to give me so that I can build out the manufacturing plant, or in your case it might be placing an initial order or something, because look, I've got all these people that have said they're willing to purchase it, so give me the money for this, I'll get it done. It de-risks it for the bank, and it's just going to be much easier to raise finance, which may or may not be something that's important to you depending on your business. If you want to know how to create a Facebook ad campaign that you can use to test new product or business ideas, then I'd recommend you check out this video. In it I show you how to create a Facebook ad campaign from scratch. I think you'll find it very helpful.